Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 71 of Direwolf20's Let's Play series. I'm hanging out and getting ready to jump back into the Twilight Forest. Not that one. Not that one. That's the one. So here we are, getting ready to take a look at, and I better switch out my armor because I'm already getting this nasty debuff. Yoink. Much better. So I'm basically getting ready here to go visit. Now, did I leave this portal? Oh yeah, I did. Okay, cool. So, this is where we left off last episode. There's a lot to explore in this dungeon down here. I'm not really sure what I'm in for. I'm going to be totally honest. Like, I purposely didn't go looking up information about what's down here because I want to be a little bit surprised for you guys on camera. So I don't know what I'm in for at all. We're going to basically explore, hopefully find some cool stuff. And you know what? If we don't, we don't. But if we do, then that'll be awesome. So hopefully we'll have some fun checking out this nasty little dungeon that we've got going on right down here. Now, before we go too far, let's just recap. I did drop off. Let's see. Oh, right, I can't get up there because I don't have my quantum armor on. So let's see. This is the pedestal that I put the trophy on. So this is pretty much the entrance to this area. Stronghold shield. Neat. This is how we get into the stronghold. And we're just going to start exploring it down here. So I do have my spell books that I can just do some basic fire and regen abilities. I have my bags here that have a whole bunch of cool stuff in them, including a link book back to the overworld, just in case like I get totally lost. I've also got my portal gun. Just need to remember that I want to use the red portal to get back to my main base. So I'm working around this little Enderman technology ban a little bit, managing to use a little bit of tech. But for the most part, I'm, avoiding that trouble. So we've also got our Charm of Keeping in case I die. I've got a Charm of Life, which should help me out, and a bunch of other cool gadgets that I can make sure to have with me. So why don't I start off by making sure I've got everything I need, and then I will be back to start getting ready for all this crazy stuff we're going to do. Alright guys, see you in just a moment. Alright, so let's start off exploring. Now, typically, like I've mentioned many times in the past, anytime I really go exploring anywhere, what I like to do is just place torches on the right side of the wall here so that I know where I've traveled to and how to get back to my destination. So these guys shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's make sure I've got my frost folk. There we go. Nice little bit of shotgun for them guys. Alright, cool. Oh, they drop gold nuggets? Nice. I should be able to manage to do something with that, right? Alright, what I got here? Maze wafer, which is just a decent kind of food. Some of that armor shard. Bane of arthropods. Awesome. We'll put this stuff away. I'm going to sort most of the stuff I get here back in my sorting system. Just so I don't have to worry about inventory issues. Alright, what do you got for me, guys? Pretty nifty little dungeon here. I'm going to it's hard because there's just so many offshoots and so many different places to travel. It's almost like a maze. So I'm going to try my best. This actually seems to have brought me back to the initial starting area. So let's make sure that there's nowhere else to explore back here. Zombie villager. Alright, so there's a way down here. That's cool. Let's mark that off as a to-do. Just want to make sure that I've explored this area as much as I can. Looks like there's not much else in here. Okay. Wasn't sure if there'd be like a chest hidden in this room somewhere or something like that. Interesting. There's like this green shield here. Oh, I see what it is. That's neat. You can mine it. You can only mine it from one side. So the red side you can't mine from, but the green side you can. That's cool. I don't think come to think of it, I've not really ever seen a block like that before. That's kind of nifty. I can't think of any blocks that behave that way in any of the mods. You can mine it from one side, but not the others. I know we have some that you can see through one side but not others and different stuff like that, but that's kind of cool. Alright, so let's head down and see what's down here. Creepy and scary things are what's down here. So any torch on the wall is going to represent... It's cool, nice little anvil. Alright. Again with those shield blocks, that's cool. Alright, let's keep on going. See what we can find. Not as many enemies down here as I expected. I guess there's not much else in this room. It's pretty much the same room. Okie dokie. Cool. We have a little mana essence spawn here. That's nifty. I'm guessing that's Ars Magica. Alright, what do we get? Anything good here? Another one of those iron shards and some of this stuff. Hey guys, how's it going? Alright, now we're starting to get some cool stuff in here. So there's a lot to explore down this path, it would appear. Just going to kind of look around down here. So what I'll do, I think, maybe I'll look around a little bit and I'll come back in a moment once we've found something really cool. Well, that's an interesting room. That's cool. There's like a little bunch of ores and stuff there to mine, but it's right above a lava lake. If I just grabbed a bucket of water, I should be fine, which I might have. If not, I can probably request one. Let's see. Hey guys, how's it going? How many zombies are there? What is going on here? Where are you guys all coming from? Oh, I see. Remember, Wand of Lightning, not the smartest thing to use against creepers, but let's light this area up, just because I don't want an endless stream of zombies coming after me. Oh, nice. I think I just got the morph for the lightning creeper. Yeah, definitely some more cool stuff to explore down here. Really actually interested. I think we're starting to get to the point where we're finding some interesting stuff. I don't know what morph that just was. Firefly. Oh, neat. I'll stick with my basic morph for now. Alright, let me look around a little bit. And then, like I said, if I find anything really cool, I'll come back and let you guys know. I think, though, if I wanted to, let's jump into this. Where's my white pouch? There it is. I should be able to remotely request a water bucket. Watering can. Can I dump a water bottle? Yeah, no. It's vanilla Minecraft mechanics. I don't know how these things work. No, I can only drink it. Nah. Alright. I'll be back in a minute once I figure out what I want to do. Alright guys, so pretty much explored what I'm going to call Sub-Basement 2, which is the level I've been on for a while, and as I've been looking around here, found a couple more chests, nothing terribly exciting just yet, lots of enemies that I've been just kind of blasting with my wand here, but I found another new level to go down, and okay, so maybe I found another level to go down and then right back up again. So I guess I will continue blasting stuff with lightning and exploring what looks like a pretty neat place. Alright, we'll continue looking around and let you know once I'm... Ooh, wait, here's another level down. Okay, so this one looks like an actual level down. Neat. Yeah, this place is totally a maze, by the way. Definitely do yourself a favor and make sure that you've got a, you know, smart way of navigating this tunnel, because if you can't find your way out, you're in trouble. That's why I put actually the portal gun there as like a backup, and also having, oh boy, Enderman. What are you guys doing down here? There's a lot of them too. What would be a good way to handle these guys? Gotcha, gotcha. And there we go. Now we're talking. Good times. Alright, what kind of room is this? It's weird. There's just a lone tree here with some grass. That's very strange. Let's kind of dig up and see what we got going on, huh? Oh, need more torches. That's why this little design here of getting infinite torches was totally worthwhile. So this might be the other side of that pool of essence that I found earlier. Just weird that there's this random tree here. Some torchberries, always nice to have them. Ah, little kobold. Alright, so continuing to explore. We'll come back once I found something cool. Alright guys, so I found something interesting here while just kind of looking around. I actually came from up there. I was just kind of looking around a bit. I came to a position right here where there was just this wall. And I'm like, that's weird. So I mined into it a little bit, and I was about to turn back when I heard like this weird noise. So I continued along, and I got to this point that was all stronghold shields. So I'm like, all right, let's go down and see what we find. So I found some obsidian and like this little gate type thing here. So I'm actually interested to see, whoa boy, what is that thing? Night Phantom. All right, so we have to get into that obsidian area. Let's see, do I have a hammer? I do. Dire Hammer to the rescue. Go, Dire Hammer, go. Let's see what nasty boss awaits on the inside of this thing. It sounds like something nasty. He kind of just like popped through the wall there, so I'm not really sure. Oh great, there's another wall of obsidian. Awesome. So there's 2 layers of obsidian between me and him, at the very least. There we go. Whoa, there's a lot of them. Hello. What is this nasty thing? Gotcha. Whoa! What is he doing? Looks like they each have kind of a different weapon going on. They do list themselves as work in progress, so these guys might not be the end, design of this thing. It's a good thing I've got this runic shielding on, because look how low it's getting. It's actually pretty tough. He actually did break through my shielding, look at that. My runic shield is almost completely gone, and I've started to take damage to my golden health. So that was actually a pretty tough battle, that little guy. Phantom Helm. Neat. Let's put all this stuff away that I don't need on me right now. I'm going to hang on to that Phantom Helm, because that's just cool. And let's look around a little bit down here and see what else we can find. I'm going to put this guy here. Should be able to break through this with this, right? Hooray! Alright, yeah, I didn't like being broken by that thing. Alright, let's take a look. I will be back if I find something cool down this path. Alright guys, so I did want to go look up real quick. I checked on the wiki because it was weird. I felt that was kind of like a boss fight, but there really wasn't anything that came out of it. Apparently there's supposed to be a chest with loot in it that spawns once you kill all 6 of the bosses in this room. So I've been kind of looking around and I don't really see anything, actually coming out of it. So I think what I'll do is just kind of see if I can find another one of those boss areas and see if they have loot going on. So I'll poke around a little bit and see what else we've got. I did find, just starting to look around down here, another pathway that leads down. So I imagine there's more stuff to see down here somewhere. So let's poke around. Maybe not so much. Alright, so not so much to see down here. But I will keep looking and we'll see what we find. Alright, I'm not sure, but I found actually another obsidian wall here. So I'm going to go through and see what's on the other side. I have no idea what to expect. This actually kind of looks like another one of these boss areas. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, cool. So this is actually a really weirdly spawned one. That's 1, 2... Die, crazy annoying moss. Oh boy, there's just all kinds of water and stuff here making this awesome because they can fly and I can't. Alright, taking them down. That's at least 2 dead. 3, 4, 5. I think he just died. Nope, he didn't. And there's the 6th one. Gotta get rid of all these kobolds going on here. That's 6. Alright, cool. So how do we make out? The question being, did I get a chest from that? Maybe the chest thing isn't implemented in this version? Also, this room is totally, obviously, weirdly spawned, so I wouldn't be terribly surprised if things didn't work the way they were supposed to in a room like this with all this water and everything going on. Ah! Spiders climbing up my pillaring. Alright, I'll take care of all the water down there. I actually found my way into this room at some point, it looks like. Or, well, maybe not. I'm not sure. There's definitely torches on the wall, so I don't know if those were mine or what the deal was. So again, no luck with a chest. Well, that stinks. I see these are supposed to be some kind of like, I guess these things here are supposed to be like their tombstones or something. That's neat. I'm guessing this leads back. This room was actually right next to the last room, so let me dig through this wall. Yeah, that led just back to this area here. So I'm not getting the chest loot. That's unfortunate. See, it was literally right next to it, which is kind of funny. Alright, well, I'll continue to poke around and see if we can find any more, and maybe at least once. Those are the bosses of this area, though, that's for sure, because they were pretty nasty to fight, and that leads me to believe... Ooh, Enderman. Strange, there's another patch of dirt down there, almost as if that's similar to, like, the tree area we found earlier. Alright, I'm gonna keep poking around. Ah! Better eat something, too. And clean up my inventory. Alright, found something else down here. By the way, this place is enormous. It's crazy, the amount of stuff that's in here. I'm just going to light up this helmet crab spawner because I suspect it wouldn't be a terrible idea to hang on to that thing. I don't want to break it because it might be nice to have. That would be a helmet crab spawner as well. What do we got in these loots? Anything good? Ooh, an ironwood sword. Sharpness and looting. That's pretty good, actually. Milk bucket, maize wafer, steel leaf boots. Sure, I'll take them. I'll take the ironwood too. Ironwood plate. Bane of arthropods. Boo. Charm of life. Ooh, I'll take that. Cool. Okay. Not too shabby. Gonna keep looking around. This place is enormous. Like, I've been just exploring down here for a while, and I think there's still at least a few more places to check out. I will come back if there's anything cool to see. So I'm continuing to explore, and this place is just massively large. I've gone through now 3 stacks of torches since I was last recording, just looking around for anything else down here to check out. Pretty much a lot of similar stuff. I'm actually down at Y level 9, so the darkness thing is starting to creep in, which is definitely not helpful. But I think I've pretty much fleshed out most of this place. There might be a few more things to look at, but for the most part, I think we've got it pretty well explored at this point. Anywhere that there's a torch on the ground, I know I've been. Party hat. That's cool. Oh, okay, I know where I am. I put this here to remember that I had gone through here already. Cool. Okay, not terrible. So I might be coming to what's pretty much going to be, for me at least, the end of this dungeon, because I don't think there's much else to see here. But you can see it's just a gigantic place. Definitely worth going into, checking out, and just exploring to see if there's anything cool that you can stumble across. I'll finish exploring here. Anything good in here? Projectile protection, huh? Meh. And I'll be back in a minute once I'm ready to head back home. So I believe at the beginning of this episode I said it's important to use the red portal gun. Cool. That'll get me out of there. Probably stuck on the ground a little bit, but that happens. Alright, let's get our armor back on, and stuck, but should be able to reach. Yeah. Hooray! We're back home. I think that's pretty much all the Twilight Forest has to offer us for the time being. Come on now. Get rid of that debuff. Alright guys, now that we're back home and I'm walking outside the front of my house, I'm realizing, you know what? This whole animal farm setup is a giant mess, isn't it? It's definitely not good. We've got all these machines here, our animals are kind of all dead anyway, things just aren't behaving the way we would want them to behave. Why don't we recreate this using a little bit of magic? So I'm actually going to clean up this big old mess. Hey sheep, how you doing? You know what, I should have a golden lasso around here somewhere. Yes I do. You're coming with me, buddy. So I'd like to recreate the animal farm that I had. I'm going to just get rid of everything, because I've got a better way of building this thing. And it's going to involve just a little touch of magic, I think. And it's going to be a little different from some of the stuff you guys might have seen me build in the past. I think this might be a nifty and interesting build for you. let's get this thing organized. I'm going to want my crescent hammer. I'm going to want this guy. The mob essence, I'm not terribly worried about mob essence because we've got so much of it downstairs, but I'll hold on to it anyway. I don't need the grinder anymore. That means I don't need any of this stuff anymore. Boy, oh boy, this was a complicated build, wasn't it? You all keep because you're just a big chest full of garbage. So that's cool. Let me clean up the mess that is this area, and then I'll be back to start working on a new design for this whole nifty gadget. Be right back. So specifically what I'd like to do, now that I've kind of cleaned up this mess that we had out there, is make something that'll let us both hold and farm these animals in a nice, nifty, magical way. So that's why I'm down here in my magical area getting ready to do what I want to do. So let's grab the Thaumonomicon and see what's available. There should be a Golem core that allows me to do this, and it's actually kind of new and I've not tried it before. It's the Golem core Butcher. The Butcher is basically a specific kind of Golem core that allows you to only attack animals, but it's also intelligent enough to only attack the oldest fully grown adults and always make sure that a breeding pair remains. So this is the perfect Golem animation core to basically say, like, hey, if you got 4 cows, kill 2 of them, but make sure there's at least 2 cows left to breed. And if there's any baby cows, don't harm them until they grow up to full-grown cows. So that's probably the Golem animation core that we're going to want to try out. So that's step 1. Let's also take a look at how I am for paving stone of warding. That's something I'm going to want. So let's ward up this area. Let's see. Let's get our wand of equal trade here, and I'm just going to get the warding stone placed all the way around here, and we will do this. So as you guys know, the paving stone of warding is pretty nifty stuff. It basically allows only players to walk through, but not any entities. So if we were to, for example, let our sheep start grazing in this area, and even give him a little bit of a tap. He's afraid of me. He's trying to run away, apparently, or right at me, but he can't get out. You can see here that these mystical runes start appearing, indicating that the sheep is trying to travel through this block, but can't. So it's a magical fence that keeps him trapped. Pretty cool, right? So that's kind of the direction we're going here. We're going to have this magical rune here that has him trapped. There's a couple things I just need to consider. I'm going to assume, and I'm pretty sure it's the case, that golems can't travel over the paving stone of warding. So what we're going to need to do is probably relocate the chest that stores everything. And what I'm kind of thinking of doing is maybe just having it in the center here and have a gathering golem right on top so that he can collect any drops from the animals. So I guess that's stage 1. And then the next stage, of course, is going to be how do we feed these animals. I don't think there's any way right through here to get them to breed. There's a couple methods we can go with, though, and I've got 1 or 2 in mind that might work to keep these animals breeding. Let's see what we can come up with. For now, I need to find another sheep and 2 more cows to kind of start repopulating. Sheep, easy to find. I know there's a bunch just kind of hanging around on this ridge over here. But cows, I don't know where any of those are. We're going to have to start flying around. Back in a few once I found them. Alright guys, I've gotten 2 of all the animals that I want to do the breeding with, and I'm at the point where I want to start making some more golems, and it occurs to me that Nitor is one of those things that I always want to have, and it's always kind of a nuisance to make. So I think I'd like to automate the creation of Nitor real quick, and the good news is I should be able to, tack onto what I've already got going on. So let's take a look at that. If we were to grab ourselves a cyclic assembler, do we have everything we need for that? No, I just need a couple of tin gears. Let's grab 2 stone gears real quick. There we go. 10 gears go in there, and then I can get myself a cyclic assembler. Oh, I don't have power down there, do I? It's alright, I'll figure something out. Well, I do have power, but I guess I could do it with my hardened. I just cleaned up like a ton of hardened energy conduits, so I guess that'll do. My other option is the auto crafting table, but that's not as easy to use, I don't think. Let's try it out and see. If I don't like the way the auto crafter works, we'll come up with something. So let's see, wood. And auto crafting table. I know that this thing's a little bit weird. I think you have to use a wooden pipe on this thing. I'd rather go a cyclic assembler, but that's of course going to require power, so it's kind of like, which way do you want to go? But I do have a Tesseract down here, so let me figure out which one I want to go with, and I'll be right back. Alright, so let's see. I'm going to want 4. Let's put this guy in here so I don't have any more trouble with these. So I think I want this and this. This and this. This and this. So close. What did I do wrong? These guys go up there. Alright, I just had these swapped. Okay. And Essentia tubes. Filter, filter, valve, and valve, right? Oh, no, I did filtered Essentia tubes. Alright. So I actually need valves, which I guess are here somewhere. Ah, it's a lever in a tube. Okay. It's not too bad. If I had wood on me, which I totally don't. This probably has to go in here, doesn't it? Of course it does. There we go. Valves. Let's try that again, shall we? You can go in there, and then you guys. Cool. That's what I wanted to see. Alright, so that, and then of course I need a little bit of iron. A block will do. And then this guy. So let's set up the Nitor auto creation right here. You ready? Check this out. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Funny though. Probably need more juice in the wand for this thing to work out. I need 30 Ordo, and I do not have that, do I? Nope. Let's fill her up. It's a 30 Ordo. There we go, just barely, but that'll work. Right? Thought I had 30 Ordo. That's weird. Okay, but hey. Nice. Hey, that's what I wanted to see. Alright, I'm going to put this back on so it can charge while I'm preparing this, but basically, now all I need is a little bit of glowstone. So where's my remote order tool? Let's get some glowstone. Just going to request a stack of it for now. I'm going to put that right in here as the target. And we're going to set Nitor as the thing that we want to get. So what that should be able to do then is get its Ignis and its Potentia that it needs from the adjacent blocks here. Cool. Ignis and Potentia, Ignis and Potentia. Perfect. That's what I want to see. But then what we want to hook up is the following. I'm probably going to want a couple of item ducts, at least 1 or 2. I'll get 6 of them, that should be good. And a pneumatic servo, just 1 should be fine. And boy, do I have a lot of junk on me at this point. But it's all in the name of automated Nitor, which will be very nice. Actually, I don't want to put that there yet. I want to hold off on that. We're going to hook this up, and the first thing I'm going to do is teach this thing that it can only accept charcoal. There we go. Whitelist, charcoal, you're good. We'll send this stuff back home. Now when I put the item duct down, no wait, I don't want the charcoal here. I actually want it on the cyclic assembler. That's what I wanted. So we'll put this guy down. We'll set the right side to input. We'll set the back to output. And the pattern I want to teach it, which, if I remember, is just lapis and paper. It's like a couple of them or something like that, right? Let's put this stuff away. I don't need that for the moment, and that's all right. Lapis and paper. Something like maybe one of these and two of these. Two paper, one lapis. Oh, so close. Okay, so that should be cool. We can send this stuff back. I don't need much of it anymore. You guys can go back to where you belong. So the pattern I want to put here is actually torches using charcoal. So let's get ourselves a stick. And what we'll say is 1 stick plus 1 equals that. So now anytime we put charcoal in here and a stick, assuming it has power, of course, it should work. So the other thing I want to do then is get a bunch of sticks. I might automate putting sticks over here. I might not. We'll see. The other thing I want to do is just fill this whole inventory with cobble so that it doesn't fill the whole inventory with charcoal, because that would just make a mess. Then what we want to hook up here is the following. You know what I think I'll do is I will steal this charcoal back. This has a filter anyway, so I'm just going to say whitelist that. So only charcoal will get pulled out of here, not elementum, basically. So that way I don't need a filter down here anyway. Cool. So now charcoal should be allowed to go into here. If I really wanted to be super careful, even though it's pretty unlikely that we'll have any issues, but I'll just go ahead and whitelist charcoal there. This guy should be full of charcoal now, and then I just need to run some power to it, which shouldn't be too much of a problem, because we do actually have down here just a nifty little guy. So we'll want to go forward and then left 2. Okay. I'll be back in a minute once I've cleared this out. So then it's just a matter of hardened energy cells. I hope that doesn't cause a problem with my elevator. If it does, I'll just deal with it. And if I want to cover these things up, I easily can with covers. Not a big deal. Should be easy enough. Cool. Let's see, elevator still works? Yeah, it does. Awesome. Cool. So this thing's operating, right? You can see it's getting the charcoal it needs, it's converting them into torches, and then it's dumping the torches back here, converting it into this stuff, which is making the Nitor that we need to get. So I think that should be pretty much everything we need, right? This guy's connected to him, no problem. So you should be ready to start dumping your stuff into here. Make it happen. Guess I should also put a chest in the front there just to catch anything for now. Oh, but what we don't want is that. That was not at all what I wanted to hit. You guys can bounce out of there and just put this thing back. Whitelist, charcoal, ignore redstone. There you go. Cool. Alright, back in a moment once I get this thing finalized. Alright, I think we're ready to get this thing turned on and try it out, so just don't forget you need a heat source down here, and if we take a look now, there we go. Beautiful. So we're making Nitor. So basically, this is semi-automated Nitor production. I don't want to completely automate it because I really don't need a chest full of Nitor right now. But long story short, what we should be able to do now is anytime we need Nitor, we just come down here with some glowstone, toss it in, and everything will automatically produce. So all the Nitor in the world that we need. Pretty cool, right? And it's tapping onto our existing system, so it really didn't need that much more infrastructure. Really, the only thing I needed to do was pull a power line from over here and hook it up to the Tesseract. So not a bad setup. Of course, I did have to move my golem and the crucible that we had over here that was filling up all the jars, but I'm thinking I'm just going to move him over here, and that should be fine. So we'll just set this guy up right over here, and that shouldn't be a problem for us. Cool. So we'll manage that. For now, we'll be right back. Alright, so yeah, we have now reached the wrapping up point of the episode, unfortunately. So what I'm going to do is, just to make things easier here, come here you guys, I'm going to grab the last bit of Nitor that I have in this chest, and I'm just going to toss it over here. So this will just be our Nitor storage, and it'll, basically convert all this glowstone into Nitor automatically. The only other thing that's manual about this is implementing sticks. Not that big a deal. We should be able to handle that just fine. So yeah, I think we're in good shape here, guys. So what I'll do is wrap up the episode here, and then we'll come back next episode, try out the golem that's going to be responsible for doing stuff here. I still have to come up with a way that I want to breed these animals. I could have an automatic breeder that's fed with wheat and seeds and stuff, but there's another idea or two that I have. I'm just trying to decide how I want to do it. Of course, with modded Minecraft, there's about a dozen different ways to do any one task, so I'm trying to figure out a good and fun, interesting way to do it. Hello, baby chicken. You can hang out here in the Thaumcraft room. All right, guys, for now, Darryl20 signing off. Hope you enjoyed the episode. The Twilight Forest is pretty much wrapped up. I think we've explored everything there is to explore down there, and we're going to start progressing with some more automation for our base because, honestly, I'm running low on food, and I wouldn't mind having some automation around getting, some steaks and some pork chops and stuff. All right, guys, take it easy.